Hi everyone. I began this video with a few photos of some paper clips that I showed you recently that I have attached into or onto some of my journals. And I had asked for requests if you wanted me to show you how I had made some of those, and I did get a couple of comments saying that you would like to see how I created them, and so I thought I would do a little bit more of an altered paperclip kind of video. I want to show you first that I put this together this week, and this is using one of those big safety pins, but I just thought it was so cute, and it's nothing more than little strips of fabric, and all I did was loop it through and made a slip knot right over the bar of the pin, the side that doesn't open. And the reason I chose these colors is there's a page in my Scattered Hearts journal. I haven't worked in this very much lately, and I really want to get back to it, especially when I take it out and flip through it again. There aren't very many pages done. It's an altered catalog, but there's a page near the back right here where I had attached some coffee dyed paper, and what I had done was some crayon resist on this piece of paper. I couldn't see any mark I was making because it was white on white. And then I just dunked it in the coffee when I was staining some papers, and that's how it turned out. I think it's really cool. But then I came back later, and you might remember I attached some pieces from a different catalog, and these are clothing swatches, just little, I mean, literally these were from dresses and shirts and things like that, and I just chopped them up into little squares and rectangles, and I attached them to the page and flipped them over, so there's also a pattern on the page behind. And I am gluing a couple of pages together in this journal to make it a little more sturdy. In fact, I've already done that. Makes it a little bit more sturdy and hopefully less likely to fall apart. But anyway, I was looking at these pretty little patterns on here, and so I found some fabrics that kind of blended and worked pretty well with that. And so I was thinking I might maybe put a pocket on this page and attach this to the pocket, or attach this to a tag or something. I'm not sure yet exactly what I'm going to do, but I will show you when I create this page. But I just wanted to share how sweet that turned out. It was 5 pieces of fabric just chopped into strips or ripped into strips, and then so simple but just so sweet. So anyway, that's that. That's not a paper clip, but I had made it this week, so I wanted to share it with you guys. They are fun, and I think it would be great for you to try it too. So I have a couple of others that I made also this week, and these are paper clips. So we've got this one here. It's just some little flags, and these are made with fabrics that I had here in my stash. And all I did was I looped them over the paper clip, and I'll give you a general idea in a minute of how I did these. I just thought I would show you what I've been playing with, and then I'll demonstrate a couple of them. And then I just took a needle and thread, and I just did 3 little rows of running stitch right there. Very simple, just up and down, going through. And that is attaching those fabric pieces to the paper clip. And then all I did was sew on a button right here. And then I added a little charm and a bead to the other side of the paper clip. So then this just will slide right onto a page, just like so, and decorate it. And I love how these look. These are really adding such a fun and textural piece to my journal pages, and I just love it. And I mean, you saw in those photos, it just makes such a big difference. So I'm really excited about these. Okay, then I made another in the wraparound style, like you saw on my crinkle journal, and I attached it there to the outside. And so I did another one of those. In fact, I did 3 of those. I'm trying to grab this pin. Okay, there's a bold pin at the top. I had used a red paper clip and a piece of fabric on the base. So all these colors were on the fabric already. And then I wrapped a piece of wire just around and around, and as I would wrap, every now and then I would string a little bead onto the wire and then just keep wrapping, and then I just basically folded it over right here on the back side and added some trim. This is a little piece of trim, and this is actually a piece of sari ribbon that I just ripped down and then attached or tied to the bottom of the clip. And then I added a tiny little heart charm to the bottom of the clip. So this is another one that's ready to go. And it doesn't clip to your page, but it does pin to your page, or pins to fabric in your journal, or a ribbon or a lace, something like that. It can pin right to your journal page. So like I said, there's a couple more of those. This one is in a vintagey kind of a style, and I think it's really sweet too. Just some fabrics that I had on hand. And literally, these are tiny little pieces of fabric scraps. It doesn't take much at all. Then there's also a piece of a ribbon and a piece of lace right here that I had coffee stained way back and found a little scrap of it left over. I started with a green paper clip, as you can see, and then I attached a tiny little tag with a rub-on on it that says number 84, and then a tiny little brown pin with some beads. I think that's darling, and it's so simple, but it makes such a huge difference on journals and on pages. I just love it. Okay, and here's the last one that I had put together. This one I started with a green paper clip, and it has sort of a sewing theme. I love it. So it's got a piece of fabric that was wrapped around and glued, and then another little tiny scrap of fabric that I glued right on top. And it had all these gorgeous colors on it. I could not throw that away. And then I wrapped around a little piece of lace. It was that regular crocheted lace, and I believe it was something that I dyed myself. It's a tiny little edge of a piece of lace that I had trimmed off, and it fits perfectly on a tiny thing like this. And then I added a button and a tiny safety pin and a tiny pair of scissors on the bottom, little charm hanging there. And I just think that's adorable. And like I said, these are so simple, really, but they pack a punch, you know, when you add them to your journal page. So I'm going to show you now how I made a couple of these, and just give you ideas and hopefully inspire you to pick up some scraps yourself and just, you know, start creating. So the first one I'm going to do is actually one that's from some more fabric from my stash here, and I'm going to use this black and white clip and this little piece of yellow, pretty little yellow fabric. So I'm using a hot glue gun just for the purposes of the video because it's quick and I won't have to wait very long for the glue, you know, to dry if I use regular glue. So I basically just kind of fold it over and attach to the opposite side of the clip right there. And then I will wrap this piece around and glue it in place. All right, so that's our base. And then I've got a little piece of black and white ribbon that I'm going to put right around the center. Okay, and I'm also going to add a little piece of this tiny little rickrack called Baby Rickrack. And it's going to go right through the middle area here of this ribbon. And then I'm going to snip it off. Okay, looking pretty cute. I've got a little tiny bee charm, and I think I'm going to dangle that little charm from the bottom of the clip. I think it's going to be very cute. It's not really a charm, it's actually a bead. Okay, so I have a little jump ring that I'm putting at the bottom of the paper clip. And then I'm going to close it up. Okay. So now I'm just going to run the thread through the bead. And I'm going to attach a little gold bead at the bottom to keep this little bee in place. Okay. Hope it'll stay down there like I want it to. And I'm going back up through the bead again. See how that's just going to hold the bead right there. And then I can tie it in place. There we go. Love it. All right, and then I'm just going to snip my little threads. There we go. So cute. All right. Then I'm going to add, I've got two little tiny words that say be kind. I just thought that would be really sweet. Let's see, I'm going to hold on to my word here, the tweezers, and then put a little tiny bit of that hot glue right there. So we'll have one word above the rickrack and one word below. All right. And now it just needs a pin at the top, and I have a little gold pin in there, so we'll just attach that at the top to match with the gold bead at the bottom, the little bee. And it's just that easy. It's just wrapping things around and sticking them down with glue. And then finding some just cute little bits and pieces that you can embellish the paper clips with. And even if you don't have beads or things to dangle at the bottom, they're still adorable. I mean, just that little clip by itself would be as cute as it could be in a journal, honestly. All right, and then the next one that I thought would be really cute is some of this fabric from my little fabric fun kit. And I took a piece of this black one and I just used a glue stick and stuck it down to some just regular printer paper because I thought it would be easy to handle and manipulate if it's got a little bit more stability. So that's an idea right there that you can do for little things like this, just to give them some stiffness. And let's see, this green one's kind of cute. Let's see. I was thinking I might just slip this on, and where you want to attach these is at, I'm calling it the bottom of the clip. It's the straight area that doesn't have any opening on it, just like the pin doesn't have any opening on that one side. So you can, now that it's sturdy and stiffer, you can just slide that right in and fold it over that little piece of the paper clip. Okay. So that being said, I'm thinking that this one would be really cute cut into a triangle. So I'm going to cut off a little bit of the length right here, just like that. And see, it cuts. These are regular scissors. Because that paper's there, the fabric just cuts like, just it's a breeze to cut, you know. So I like that aspect of it too. Okay, so now that it's the length that I want it, I'm gonna just kind of gently fold the bottom edge here so that I can find the center. Just gonna pinch it right here. Okay, so I can find the middle of that piece. Okay, then when I open it up, I can see that, especially on the paper side. And then I'm going to start right at that little crease, and I'm going to angle that cut right up almost to the crease, not quite, almost. And then I'm going to do the other side the same way. Here's my crease here where it's going to go over the pin or the paper clip. And then I'm just going to angle it right up close. So now I just need to slip it onto the paper clip. Ooh, I got to cut that back piece as well. Forgot about that. I think I will glue it down first and then trim that so it won't move. So I'm only going to put glue in this center area right here. And then you have to work quickly with hot glue. It'll dry so fast, sometimes too fast. Okay. All right, so I'm going to snip that at an angle to match the other side. The same thing here. Trim it a little bit back here. Okay, that's pretty good. Right, so now we have a cute little flag. How adorable. And one thing you want to be careful about is just make sure that if you have a specific place in mind that you are going to be attaching this, make sure the clip is turned in the right direction. Like for instance, this clip is going to go on like a left page or on the left side of a tag because of the way I placed it. But if you want it to go the other way, you have to just make sure that your clip is turned in the right direction. So I love that. That's adorable just like it is. But I've got a tiny little word I'm going to put on this one too that just says joy. Oh, I love that. I'll hold it up for you in just a second. Get my tweezers again. Man, that is so cute to be so simple. Look how adorable that is. I love it. Oh my goodness. Very sweet. Okay, so there's another one. I'll lay these down here that we're working on today. And I thought I would do one more. I'm going to use a piece of this pretty little teal fabric and a piece of the dotted fabric. These were also in the little Fabric Fun kit. And I thought I would just cut a couple of strips. The pink one is already in a strip, and then this one I thought I would just cut, maybe I'll fold it over because I think I'm going to cut two of these, so might as well cut them at the same time. Okay. So we'll just do two strips about like here maybe. Okay. And then I thought they would be fun to put on I'll just put it on a silver clip. A typical ordinary clip. And then we'll have this little piece in the center. Let's see, it's a little wider on this end. think this is long enough that I could actually do the slip knot and show you how I did that. It's pretty simple. You guys probably recognize that term. But all you do is fold it, fold whatever you're attaching, whether it's ribbon or fabric or string or yarn, and you just want to go to that piece of the clip that's straight with no breaks in it. Okay, that's where you're going to attach things. I'm just coming up through the center right now, and then opening up the little loop at the end there and pushing through the rest of it. Okay, and then just pulling that down. That string attached here that's keeping me from pulling it. There we go. Okay, so you end up with a little slip knot like that. And I typically will take it and twist it around and make it work so I can see the bright side of the fabric. Okay. So then I'm going to slide that over towards the center of the clip. And then I'm going to attach these on either side. I'm checking to see about the width. I might have these a little bit too wide. Yep, I do. So let's trim it off so that they'll fit. So these can go on, just like I put that other one on, just put it through the middle and then slide it underneath so that you can anchor it down. Well, so that you can anchor it down on the bottom, that bottom piece that's straight. I'm calling it the bottom because that's the direction I'm holding it in, top and bottom. So that could be left straight along the bottom, or it can be trimmed into a flag shape. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to cut them both at the same time and make the little flags like this one. And I just do that real simply by folding it in half lengthwise. And then I just snip from the corner up to the fold. So I'm doing both of these at the same time here. So I'm just going to snip it just like that. And then when you open it up, you got a nice little flag bottom there. All right. So now this can be glued. You can glue the back piece there. You can glue it down, or you can staple it or stitch it. So I think this is going to be really cute. I just want to place them both here so I can see what it looks like before I decide how I'm going to attach it. Okay. See, that's adorable. Look how cute that is. Very sweet. So they don't have to be left that long. If you don't have to leave it long. You can pull this down until you get it right where you want it, the length that you want it. And then these can be trimmed off to match it if you want to. I'm going to leave it like right about there, I think. I'm kind of pinching it to put a crease in that green fabric, or the teal, I mean. And then since I've got the glue out, I'm just going to go ahead and glue this, but it would be adorable with some little stitches right there. I mean, that would be so cute. And if I glue it down lower, I could still come back and do some stitches too. All right, so now those are attached. Cute. And then this one is going to go in from the right side. It would be cute to have a button on each side, possibly. I want to see what that looks like. I've got some little buttons in here. There's a little green one. I don't know if I have another one like it in here, but I think that's really cute. I may have to look and see if I can find Oh, here it is. Another one. Ha! Found it. Okay, so before I sew on the buttons, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and stitch a tiny bit along the top of this. I'm just going to make a few little stitches up near the paper clip, just so that it's fitting a little bit closer to the clip, because I glued it, further down. So there was kind of a large loop here that's kind of making it move around a lot. So I'm just putting a few stitches up here close to the clip. Okay, so now I've got both of the buttons on, and both of the little pieces of fabric have been stitched across the top. It's so cute. And it's just little tiny things like that that make a really big difference. He almost looks like an elephant with two eyes and a trunk. That's funny. I think I'm going to trim these just a little shorter, because I think that will look a little bit better. That is so cute. All right, one more thing I'm going to add. I think I saw a hummingbird in here. Yep, here we go. Got my little hummingbird charm, and I need a little jump ring, silver one. Here we go. Keeps hiding from me. Here we go. Got it. Okay. Open that up. Put the charm on. I guess it can go either direction. I think I need to add one more button. Those two looking like eyes are really, it's distracting to me. So there's a tiny one that's green. I think that is adorable. And I hope you guys like it too. It's just so cute, and it's going to be adorable in a journal. Can't wait to find a place to put it. All right, so there you have it, guys. It's pretty simple, just kind of taking little strips and little pieces and draping them over the paper clips or the pin, whatever you've decided that you want to attach your little bits and pieces to. I just think they're so sweet. And like I said, they make a big difference in your journals. So have fun playing, adding some fabric bits into your journals. And I mean, a lot of this can be done with paper too, but it's really fun to add the fabric element because it changes the look of things and it just adds that yummy texture that fabric provides. So anyway, have fun, guys, creating with your fabric and your paper clips. And we will see you again soon in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.